Okay, we're now in Camden with Smashed Into Pieces. And I came into you guys really, I suppose, on the last album, Armour Heaven. And so tell us a little bit about Smashed Into Pieces then, because this is your ninth studio album, is it?
Yep. Yeah. We have been doing this for so long, so we don't even remember when we started. Almost like that.
Yeah, it's been a quite interesting almost 18 years together as a band, and it's our, as you said, 9th album. We're working on the 10th now. Gonna make it special this time, like really special. Yeah, ever since I met this guy in 2008, I've been hooked onto this, and the rest is history. So
you got me beating on my drum. Sound of madness has begun. A million triggers gonna blow. Oh, I'm feeling good to go. We're gonna take command of me. Erase the slave I used to be. Now there is nothing stopping me. Oh, the angel by my side is dead. It's me and the devil in my head.
And so given that this is your 9th and soon to be 10th studio album, if I now want to go back and look back at your previous history, how has Smashed Into Pieces changed over those 9 albums, I suppose?
I would say it's the same core, but then we have, of course, went through new inspirations, new directions, and the lore of Arcadia into the... So, I mean, from the beginning it was more... The core is always the melodies are carrying the song together with Adam's vocals, but behind that we have tried to be rougher, heavier, softer, you know. It's like if you have a good melody, you can do everything around it. So we love to try new productions, what do you call it? Get me. It's Swedish, but help me. Help me, Chris Adam! Oh, my English.
No, but it's like different phases all the time. And we try to do the next album not to sound like the previous one.
Genres, different genres.
Yeah. So we're trying to experiment a lot, and I think that's been the signum for Smash, to like always find a way to take the next move and just do something different for next.
And also, I think the one who will describe our journey the best is the people listen to us, because we are so in the core. So the more you are, it's hard to see yourself from the outside, and I think it's hard for us to really tell how much we have expanded or changed during the years. So I think the fans would answer this much better than we do.
I'll stay awake tonight. I'm looking out of my window, and the stars are looking back. I feel your ray of light. I know one day I will follow, but I'll stay until you ask. The earth will keep on spinning. When my days are over, we're gonna keep on dreaming, 'cause it takes us closer. Hold on until we are a sky full of stars.
And the last album is, I mean, I must admit, I tend to listen to tunes and not to stories and things like that. But it is a concept album, and as quite a few of them have been. Can you sort of explain the concept of it?
I would say that Armour Heaven is like the metaphor for how we're living in some kind of paradise. But as soon as people get the best out of everything, we burn it down again. We turn it to an Armour Heaven. So we're turning something sweet and beautiful into something darker. It's like how we try to control the butterfly. You see this beautiful butterfly flying free, but as soon as you have something beautiful, you want to have it in your hands, and then you take away the powder from their wings and they can't fly anymore. I think that's like the metaphor for Armour Heaven. But when it comes to the lore of Arcadia, is that the Arcadia album, if you want to listen to that one, is where we describe the universe of where APOC comes from, like how he's the antagonist of the controlling part of Arcadia. It's one force that want to control all the people in Arcadia. APOC is the free thinker. He want to think for himself. He want people to reach their dreams, to be the best out of what they can be, to find their inner child again somehow. So when he somehow saved Arcadia from their problem, he comes up to our universe, and here he has the new experience that we are in the same kind of world where he comes from, that start to see the same thing here happening here. So Arma Heaven is actually in that way also what his perspective on humanity.
We're a million miles apart, and we're shining through the dark with a burning heart, sky full of stars. We're facing the unknown, but with you it feels like home. When I know we are a sky full of stars.
Because APOC is somebody that hasn't been with the band, or that character hasn't been with the band from the beginning. So what?
Yes.
Yeah, the first album in the booklet, he stands with a chain, and the album is called Unbreakable. So that's kind of the mentality of the band and him as a character, and yeah, so he's been with us since day one actually, the symbol, everything.
And he sort of very much epitomises, I suppose, the band, because he's the look of the band, I suppose.
Yeah, he's the mentality of the band as well. He is like the force of nature, as you put it. He's what we all stand for. He's the living entity, what we're standing for. It's like always go for your dreams. It's inspire to be in your passion, to find your purpose.
Yeah, basically anything standing between us and our dreams, we smash into pieces. That's the quote we have.
I'm 6 feet under, like I'm buried alive. With some game over, but we keep holding the line. You fight me and I fight back, and when you come back, we get up and we do it again. I'm turning to a shadow, I can't let go. Though it's wrong, I don't want it to end. Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. Feels alright now, and are we? So turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. We're on the edge, we're miles apart, and I'm 6 feet under, digging down my heart. We're on the edge, we keep falling down, till I'm 6 feet under, digging down my heart, till I'm 6 feet under.
And with APOC as a character, and presumably because often the drummer is set at the back of the set, and often, with him being the focal point, how do you arrange, presumably a lot of your live set is arranged around the visualizations of that. How do you sort of work that out?
I would say that in the beginning we knew that we were the right guys to do the job, to create Smash into Pieces, the band we were meant to be. But we had always a hard time finding where to put ourselves, because Adam was not in that position that he liked to be the entertainer guy. He didn't want to throw his arm up in the air and the legs.
I'm more into the studio guy than I am on like a stage guy.
So he was more like, he wanted to more take the focus out of me, away from me somehow. And I was more like a tornado, and Per was a tornado. So we were like, what the hell are we doing here, guys? And so I think we had to find a way to unite the energy that we all had, different kind of energies, and to find a way to translate it. Like this
Siren.
that was a sound smash in the beginning.
Yeah.
No, so I think what happens here is that we find a way to release ourselves, especially for Adam. APOC is like the sidekick to Adam, like the lead frontman. And me and Adam, and me and Per taking the energy, and we are more like the translation from the silent APOC to the audience.
I was lost, you found me, somewhere in the ocean grave. Left a noise behind me, 'cause you bring out the best in me. Into the deep end,
said you're working on new music, so what can you tell us then about the next album or the next theme of the album? How will that continue?
We're trying to evolve as much as possible to the next album and to take what we think. I think it's always to be true to yourself. Sometimes when you start to write because you think people will like it, or you start to overthink what you're doing because you want to reach a certain goal, I think you're killing the soul in it.
Playfulness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this time I want to be like, what do we really like? We remember when we had these feelings for some songs and albums, and we want to reach that feeling for every song on this album.
And we're also working a lot more with a new producer called Philip Strand, and he's from a band called Normandy. So yeah, he's definitely been doing a lot of things for our new sound, I think, for especially on the song Hollow, which is our latest single. Yeah, so it's like also finding people that can expand your sound with also their mind as a producer. I think that's also really important to experiment with different people to find a new way of sounding.
There's a sunrise somewhere in your cold eyes. I can hold you where your heart is hollow. In the dark night, let me be your lifeline. I can hold you where your heart is hollow. You and
And could you say Hollow is that something that's going to appear on the new album?
Yeah, I think that's going to be part of the new album as well. It's the same as with Somebody Like You, which is with Sharon from Within, or it's Within Temptation. So that's where we're kind of tilting towards.
Because I hadn't realised, I think, that looking up Hollow, you've tried 2-3 times for Sweden's Eurovision contest, and I think 3 times, because I think I've never placed a bet in my entire life, but having interviewed Lordi some 15-20 years ago, I put a bet on Lordi doing Eurovision, and then on the back of that I think I've spoken to the Rasmus, Lord of the Lost, all of which have done remarkably well at Eurovision, and regardless of how badly or how well you do, it doesn't matter, it's the exposure. Now presumably that...
It's the best way to release a single, you know, with the whole hype, and especially in Sweden, which Eurovision is a huge thing in Sweden. It's like 6 out of 10 people are like really following this competition, and it's like a huge thing. If you're in that bubble, it's the biggest thing you can do. And to release a song in that, you know, world, it's the best thing you can do. And as Smash Into Pieces has always done our own show. We want to invite the people to our world, so it doesn't really matter if we won. In one way, it feels like we've already won, because we can go around in the world, you know, touring. People are coming to every city that we're going to. It's just like, what more can you dream of? You know, it's like we're actually living our dreams. So we already won.
sometimes I fear my conscience. Feels like I'm deep underwater. Oh God, I'm going nowhere. Without you, nothing else matters. You don't understand. Feels like hell is my heaven. 24/7. Stuck in my pain.
And you mentioned the collaboration with Sharon and Within Temptation. I mean, how did that come about?
It's a funny story, because 5 years ago during the pandemic we were writing a lot of songs. We did actually 2.5 albums in 2 years because we had so much free time. We were in studio like every week, and we did the song. I mean, Banjo had an idea, and we did it with a guy called Anders Wrethov in Skåne, in the south of Sweden, and also with what's her name again? Laurel, who wrote a little bit of the lyrics. And we wrote that song because usually when you're on sessions and stuff, you make songs and then they kind of disappearing if they're not being prioritized, and they're just in your Dropbox somewhere or Google Drive or whatever. And and at the time it didn't really feel that this song was gonna fit somewhere. But then we took it up again, and I showed, because we started working with In Temptations producer as well last year, and I just told Daniel Gibson when we were in the studio in Gotland that we have this song called Somebody Like You, and it would be cool to have like Sharon on this. And he was like, oh, yeah, I can talk to her because she's going to be here in 2 weeks. I was like, do that. If you want to do it, do it. And then he talked to her and she loved the song. So that's how the song kind of came about as a feature.
That's crazy.
So, and then we finished it 5 years later. So it's one of those dream collaborations, how you want them to kind of, because it was not a forced way. It was just her choosing to do this with us because she liked it.
There was no label that told anyone this is good for your image or anything. It was just like, we like the song, let's do it. So it's really organic.
Yeah. I mean, it is a lovely song. Is that something that you're able to replicate live, or does that not necessarily fit into your live?
We're playing it live.
You're playing it live?
Yeah, we take the acoustic guitars in the middle of the set.
The string orchestra is like in the backing tracks and stuff like that. But I would say that's my favorite moment live. Yeah. Because that's when you get really close to the audience. It's this intimate moment.
Yeah. And they sing along to this song every night, and it's one of the newest songs as well. So it's cool to see that the audience that is coming to our shows, they really pick up on everything we're doing. They're really true to the things we're doing.
Sing along with every song.
It's so crazy. Cool. It's been the best tour so far in my career, in my 18 years. It's just a combination of everything, like the amazing crew that we're having. The bands are really fitting well with the sound and as people, and it's been an amazing, almost totally sold out tour, almost totally sold out. So.
Somebody like you will never be the same. Somebody needs you. You never fade away. Our darkest days and highlights could never be replaced by somebody like you.
Is that a surprise then, that 18 years into this, that you appear to be in your stride now, that it's taken 18 years to get there?
Yeah, it's been like going like this. And then you had some kind of success that took you up to a new level, and then just kind of kept on building. I'm not saying that we are like an arena band in that sense, but we're having a really strong following that really are true to the thing that we're doing, which is weird. We're just basically the same guys that we were in the rehearsal room.
But we're like a can of water. We had so much water in our can, so it takes so long time to make it boil. So I think because our dream was so big and we had so much water in it.
Yeah.
So you put on the heat, you don't see anything, but then you start to see small bubbles at the bottom. And I think this is somewhere where we are at the moment. We are the bubbles on the bottom, but we're waiting for the whole can to boil.
Yeah, a good way to put it.
I could put myself out there, but there's no ever after. You don't understand, feels like hell is my heaven. 24/7, stuck in my pain.
Somebody like you will never be the same. Somebody needs you. You never fade away. Our darkest days and highlights could never be replaced by somebody like you.
And you say about new music and a new album. When what are your timelines now? When are you hoping to, when that new album?
This time, because usually we're really stressed with making stuff for the next album. This time, you know, we have been touring so much that from this autumn and forward, we're gonna be kind of just to take some time to actually make the absolute best songs that we can come up with. And this is the first time that we're actually gonna take our time.
Yeah.
Because we have an opportunity here to release album number 10, which I think is pretty special. And if we can nail that album and also have like a 20-year celebration thing, it would be a good thing, you know,
to make sure that we release the best album ever.
Yeah, that we can
do.
Yeah.
The most smash album ever.
That's gonna smash!
It's gonna smash.
So we're talking 2027, next year, before something
Hopefully.
comes out.
I'm saying that for my own sake. Hopefully, but it's probably gonna be next.
We try to put out the pressure of the timeline and just focus on what's best for the songs.
Somebody like you.